Good morning, everyone. So, we will just continue discussing the principles of effective speech writing. So, previously, we have actually tackled about the types of speech, um, which are actually classified into two major types according to purpose and according to delivery. We have discussed that when we say types of speech according to purpose, we have informative speech, which actually intends to inform you or inform the audience, give or provide knowledge. Persuasive speech is actually to influence or encourage the audience about something, let's say your point of view or the way they have to think. Entertainment is purely to, or entertainment speech is actually to make people fun, make them laugh, and let them feel joy when they are listening to your speech. So let's just have a run through of the slides that we have actually tackled. Okay, so when we say manuscript, memorized, impromptu, and extemporaneous speeches, these are actually types of speech according to delivery. Okay, if we have by or persuasive, informative, and entertainment as to types of speech according to purpose, we have these me. Okay, as to the types of speech according to delivery, manuscript again, memorized, impromptu, and extemporaneous. Okay, yeah. Once again, when we say manuscript, it's actually um, the speaker can actually deliver the speech word per word. Or he or she may take a glance from time to time to the audience, but of course, with the aid of the script. When we say memorized, that's actually reciting whatever speech you have actually stored in your memory. And when we say impromptu, that's actually unrehearsed. It doesn't necessarily mean that you don't have to prepare for that. You can actually prepare for that, but it's just a little, or the span of time will just be short, or you are speaking at the spur of the moment. Whatever questions may be thrown to you, whatever answers you will have, those will be impromptu. Okay? And lastly is extemporaneous. I just want to emphasize, just like what I did last time, that when we say extemporaneous, you should plan and prepare for this speech. Thus, I have actually highlighted during our discussion that an example of extemporaneous speech is reporting. And when we say reporting, since it's extemporaneous, you have to plan and prepare for that. Okay, so please never forget that in any reporting you might have in the future, may it be in academia, may it be in your work, as I've mentioned last time, please do prepare. Please do plan for it, because you cannot just read it. You have to plan, you have to prepare. The only way you can do that is when you study your report. Okay, so moving forward, we will actually be discussing the principles of writing speeches, no, or speech. The first on the list is audience profile. When we say audience profile, this will actually be the demographics of your audience. Who will be your audience? What is their range of or what is their age, or what is their civil status? Are you going to talk to all of the married people, or will they be single? Are they aged? Let's say are they senior citizen? And let's say their state of living, their profession, are they all doctors? Will they be all teachers? You have to take note of that. Why it's important to consider your audience profile, because you actually need it for your word choice and the duration of your speech. Same with the logical organization of your speech. Of course, it depends on your audience. If they will be aged and let's say mature, you can actually use words which are somewhat, as higher degree of difficulty. Let's say, um, you can actually state this line regarding our topic earlier. You can actually say that when your audience will be senior citizen, or let's say 18 years old and above, or let's say junior high school and above. But if your audience will be elementary or kids, you can just say about our topic, the word about. So it has something to do with the preposition I've used, no? And you cannot actually use highfalutin words if you're only talking to um, people who are not yet matured. Let's say the one that I had given you as an example. Let's say if I am the speaker and I will tell you, you know what, I really had a pulchritudinous life when I was a child. Mm. Do you understand what pulchritudinous means? So if you are to use that word, you have to make sure that you will define it. Actually, even elderly or those who are already matured cannot understand it. No, so if you are a speaker, you can actually make use of those words which are unfamiliar if your intention is to inform them. Diba? The purpose of delivery, or speeches according to, not purpose of delivery, but speeches according to purpose. If your purpose while you are having the speech is to inform your audience, you can actually educate them. When we say pulchritudinous, it actually means beautiful. But of course, if you will be talking to children or to kids, you have to use simple words. Same with the duration. In the number three, if you will be talking to children, of course, the duration of your speech should be shorter compared to those who are already aged. And the logical organization, when we say logical organization of your speech, let's say, would you want to start your speech with, if ever it's a valedictory speech, would you want to start with your gratitude towards the people who actually helped you, where you are, or on who have taken part on your achievement? Or would you want to state your motto in life just so that you can um, persuade, no, or motivate your audience? Or would you want to start with your story in life or your life story? So in terms of logical organization, you have to know how to organize your speech well. Always remember the one that I have told you, that you have to always start with the bang and end with the bang. Always make sure that no matter how the layout of your speech, no matter how the organization of your thoughts in your speech, you always have to make sure that you will leave an impact to your audience. You will start strong and you will end strong. Just an additional on number three for duration. Um, Always remember that when you are writing a speech, when you are delivering a speech, you have to remember that all the people or human beings have actually what do you call this, typical attention retention span, no? When we are listening, the ideal or the um longest time we can actually retain the things that are being fed to us is an hour. Or actually, the ideal is 30 minutes to 45 minutes. Maximum will be an hour. But if it's more than that, that's not ideal anymore. So most especially in kids, of course, their attention span is very short. So if you will be talking to kids, I advise that 10 to 15 minutes will be the maximum, no? Because you'll never know what will happen next. Baka may magtantrums dyan kapag tinagal-tagalan mo, nagugutom na, whatsoever, no? Things like that. And to grammatical corrections, you have, of course, to make sure that you will deliver your speech free of error in terms of grammar. Why? Ma'am, hindi naman po kami, if you will tell me, ma'am, hindi naman po kami English major, okay lang po yun. Sabi niyo po, it's just okay to make use of our vernacular, no? It's just okay not for us to be perfect in using in using English language. Yes, that's right. But of course, always remember that whenever you are delivering a speech, whatever error you will be uttering, that will be taken against you, no? That will be your mark. And you don't want to be marked as a person who is not actually credible, no? Or a person which you sasabihin ng mga audience mo, ay, hindi ako makikinig dyan kasi yung simpleng is and are nga lang, hindi niya alam kung paano gamitin eh. Are you getting my point? So I hope you're getting my point, no? Well, anyway, if let's say you will be a valedictorian and you will be delivering your speech, no, or you will be invited as a resource person. Let's say you are already a professional and your alma mater, no, yung school na pinag-graduatean nyo will actually be inviting you to talk to their graduation. There will be someone who will be assigned to check for your grammar, no? Let's say I am your advisor. If you are the valedictorian, you have to submit it to me or to the chairman of our department, and we will be submitting it to the principal. Or if not, no, an English teacher will actually be tapped already, no, to check for the grammar. So we can actually, it's safe to say na hindi naman masyadong problema nyo to, no? Pero as I've mentioned, no, always remember na when you deliver the speech, hindi naman alam ng tao kung sino yung nag-check ng paper mo or nung speech mo. And it will not be credited, the usage of grammar which you will deliver, no, or you used rather, will not be credited to the person who checked it, kasi hindi naman siya i-announce It will be credited to you, and whatever mistakes you will commit in your delivery, that will be taken against you. So yung credibility natin will be compromised. So if you don't want that to happen, and of course you don't want that to happen, you can actually top people, no? If you know that you're not really good in English, you can top people. Let's say your friend, your best friend, your sister, your brother. Let's say you are friends with your classmate who is actually good in English. You can tap them, yung tipong ask ka lang ng favor, paki-check mo naman yung ano ko. Or if you don't want to do that, there are actually a lot of grammar corrector, no, or checker online, no, that we can make use. So pwede naman yung mga yon. Okay? So that's for the writing itself, no? So perhaps, not perhaps, but more likely, this is about how you will be writing, no? Prior to your delivery, ito yung while you are writing your speech, these are the things that you have to consider, no? Bago ka magsulat, you have to know who will be your audience. Well, let's say you have already written it, your speech, check the logical organization of your speech. Check the duration. Napakahaba ba yung speech mo? Baka hindi na okay siya para sa audience ko. Your word choice. Baka mamaya may mga words kang nagamit na hindi maiintindihan. No? So you have to check on that. And the grammatical correction. This is the speech writing itself. No? Yung sulat mismo, yung essay mismo. But now, we actually have those which you have to consider when you are already delivering it. How will you articulate? When we say articulation, let's just have the next slide, no? When we say articulation, that is just more likely pronunciation. The way you enunciate the words, no? So, I'll give you an example. Let's say your speech will be like this, no? You know what, guys? I can actually still remember when I was a child, I was very happy when I bought the honey from the store. Bought. Is it right? When I bought honey from the store. Are you getting it? No? When we say boat, it's actually the boat, yung bangka. You have to articulate it properly. What you have to say is, I actually bought. Because that's the past tense of buy. Right? So you bought, not bought. No? I hope you're getting it. No? Another example. Let's think of an example. Ano ba? Yeah, this one. When we are actually present in our meeting, you cannot say that. When we are actually present, present and present are different, no? I hope you're getting it now, no? And when we see modulation, it's something to do with your voice, no? Not just the tone, not just the volume. Same, included as well in modulation is the speech around sorry, the pitch, no, in your speech, no? The pitch of your voice, not just the tone, not just the volume, the pitch, yung timbre, no? Because there are actually people, no, na matitinis yung boses. And if you know na matinis yung boses mo, magi-speech ka, you have to make sure that you will modulate your voice. Somehow, you have to make sure na medyo kakapalan mo siya ng onte, hindi yung masyadong matinis, kasi that will not be pleasing to the ears of your audience, no? Mababad trip yung mga yan kapag sobrang tinis ng boses mo. Sabi yun, parang may sakit sa tenga. Or, if you know that your voice is very loud na, you don't have to make it louder or to use a louder voice, especially if you are on a microphone or you are actually using a microphone. Di ba may mga ganun kasi, ang lakas na nga nung boses nila, yung typical na boses nila, normal na voice nila, tapos pag nagma-mic pa, nilalakasan pa lalo, may mic na nga, di mas lalong ang lakas, no? So, kung mahina naman yung boses natin, hindi nyo pwedeng sabihin na, okay na to, ganito lang talaga yung boses ko, may mic naman. No? Tapos, pagka nag-speech ka, ang hina nung dating ng boses mo. So, you have to work on with your modulated voice, no? And, stage presence, you have to own the stage, no? Tell yourself that this is my place, kumbaga, no? This is my place, this is my what do you call this is my throne, parang ganon, trono ko to ngayon. So why do you have to tell yourself that's your throne, no? Yung pinaka stage, and that that is your place, kasi you have to build your confidence, because you will not sound credible and you will not look credible and people will not listen to you if you don't have the stage presence. Now, you have to own the stage. If you have to move from left to right para lang maging comfortable ka, do it. No? Same with your facial expressions. You have to be careful with your facial expressions. There are actually times na we are not aware, no, na yung facial expressions natin are not actually okay. Baka naman mamaya the story that you're actually telling the audience is a happy memory, kasi ikaw simangot ka pa din kasi nga kabang-kaba ka pa rin, no? So you have to smile, no? Your gestures, your hand movements, if that will help you deliver the message to the audience, so do it. Have a little gesture of your hand, pero not too much, no? Yung iba kasi OA na. And your movements, you have to control your movements. There are actually people who are parang sumasayaw na, no? They are actually swaying what do you call this, excessively, no? Sobra na yung pag-movement nila, pag-susway, para nagsasayaw. Why do you have to control that? Kasi your audience will somewhat be bothered if you will be having a lot of movements, no? Hindi na sila makakapag-focus, maniwala kayo. They will not be focusing on what you are saying anymore. Ang pagkukwentuhan na niyan yung movement mo. Sasabihin, tingnan mo, ilang beses yung sumipa sa kanan, ilang beses yung sinway yung kamay niya sa kaliwa, ganun. So, mawawala na yung message, no, nung pinaka-speech mo. Hindi na sila magpo-focus doon. And of course, you have the last one is building rapport with your audience. You have to maintain the connection to your audience, no? Kaya nga there are actually some speakers who are asking questions towards their audience, just so that they can check if they are still listening, and so that they can check if they are getting the message of his or her speech. So you have to make sure that you are building rapport to your audience. Build that connection towards your audience. Hindi po pwedeng again and again, yung sinabi ko, no? When you are delivering a speech, it's not all about you. It's actually what you can give to your audience. So you have to connect to them. Remember that you were invited for the purpose of either, no, to give them or persuade them. Pai tayo, di ba? Pai, purpose of speeches, no? To persuade them, to inform them, or to entertain them. So it's not about you, no? It's not about you. It's about your audience. So you have to make sure that you are maintaining or you are building that rapport towards your audience so that you can ensure that you deliver what you have delivered will be instilled in the minds and the heart, of course, of your audience. No, so I guess or no, not I guess, but we're actually done, and I hope that you learned a lot. No, just a quick review. No, balik lang tayo. So again, we have, if you want to set acronyms, no, AMSFAR, pwede yun, no, articulation, modulation, stage presence, facial expression, gestures and movements, and rapport with the audience. AMSFAR, no, for the delivery. Now, in the writing itself, these are the principles that you have to consider. Once again, these are the principles that you have to consider in speech writing. Paano ba to? Aldwag. No, pwedeng ganun. Aldwag. Audience, logical organization, duration, word choice, grammatical corrections. For the writing, Aldwag. No, and we have AMSFAR. Articulation, modulation, stage presence, facial expression, gestures and movement, rapport with the audience for the delivery. Okay, so let's wrap it up, and please be ready for your quiz. Thank you so much for listening.